shots. I am not throwing away my shots. And you, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I remember that night. I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier boys tripping over themselves, trying to win our praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same. Intelligent eyes in a hunger bang frame. And when you said hi, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame, every part aflame. This is not a game. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm by her side when so many have tried, then I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Hello guys, it's Tired Andy here. And yeah, Hamilton. This is my newfound obsession. I needed to talk about it. I really needed to talk about it. And excuse me if my voice sounds off. It's just that it's inflamed down here, apparently. I don't know, it's been hurting since yesterday. But I want to talk about Hamilton. Okay, so my love for this doesn't necessarily stem from the fact that it has amazing freaking songs. But it does. It does always also stem from that fact. But it does also stem from the fact that the guy who wrote this, some of you might know, Lin-Manuel Miranda, wrote it in 6 years. Like, he took 6 years to write this because he cared about the story and cared about the historical figures he wanted to talk about, and he just cared about making a good show. Like, that's and tell the story in a good way that would resonate with people. Like, this isn't just like a retelling of historical events. You have things that these characters, historical figures, are from the 1800s. They are from the 19th century. It's kind of hard for us now to relate to people in that level on that time, but he made it so that was possible. He like talks about the love story between Eliza and Hamilton and Alex. He talks about losing a child. Like, that shit hurts. Of course I don't have a child, but Jesus Christ, that shit hurts so bad. And there's just ways that he makes it so we can relate to these characters. Like of course they're human, and of course we can relate to them either way, but if you're just retelling things from a historical point of view, you can't, like, you don't know what they thought, what they were doing, what it's kind of hard for you to see yourself in historical figures. But he made an entire musical to this, and it's just, and you can relate to the characters even if they are from the 19th century. And it's just, oh god. And of course, none of them is like portrayed to be a saint. All of them were some kind of bad person, because they were in the 19th century and they were fighting for freedom, but there was slavery, and they didn't fight against slavery. Aside from Eliza and I think one of Hamilton's friend. But that is just so much, like, oh god. Another thing that I see, like, I'm a writer, so I'm very interested in how writing works. There are a few people who say, not a few people, like most people say, be kind to your characters. Like, don't make them go through shit and then not give them anything at all. Just, of course, you have to break down your characters if you want to make something interesting, but also don't crap over your characters all the time. Like, let them have some sort of happiness. And even though Alex's life was freaking tragic, Lin still, like, wrote happy moments for him. There were still, like, happy things that he went through, like having Philip and the rap that Philip does in the play, that's such a cute moment, and that's just and his reconciliation with Eliza, like, of course they were mourning, but it was still like a sweet thing to watch. And it's just like, yes, that's how you treat your characters with kindness. Like, of course these characters aren't characters and they aren't Lynn's, but I can still use it as an example because he still molded these historical figures into the musical characters. So it just, you know, it's right. It just I'm sorry. It's just that I can't like put into words how good this musical is and how obsessed I am with the songs, because Jesus fucking Christ, it's just it's written so well. And like, one of the things that I realized, like, on my first watch of the actual show, not just hearing the songs, but they foreshadow. I'm not sure I can call it foreshadow, but like they allude to Hamilton's death before, like, aside from the line in Alexander Hamilton, they allude to how he dies with Philip's duel and how he dies and how, yeah, just the 10 Commandments thing, which is, oh, that hurts. It really freaking hurts. And it's just, woo. And the other day I watched a video of someone on YouTube. I'll link it down below later, but it's this guy talking about motifs in Hamilton. And for those who don't know, motifs are like ideas or themes or certain words that pop up in the middle of not in the middle of the story, but like reoccurring in your story. Like they show up more than just once or twice. They are things that are important to your story, and they may change during your story. And Hamilton is full of motifs. Fucking full. Like, the entire musical has motifs. Just off the top of my head, that there's Not Throwing Away My Shot, there's Satisfied, there's Helpless, there's Wait for It. Like, it's just so much that's packed into, like, the songs, because the songs, they don't, like, of course they work individually, but if you listen to everything together and just like take time to notice everything, all the songs are just, you know, connected one way or another. They're all like one leads to the other. One of the best things of like listening to the soundtrack that I've had, the experience that I had so far, was with the ending of A Winter's Ball, and it just goes right into Helpless. Like that, the transition is just amazing. It's just a ride, you know. It's a freaking ride, and I love it. And I can't freaking work. Also, don't get me started on the costume design, okay? Because that shit is so beautiful. Like, holy freaking. I'm so, like, I'm very glad that musical bootlegs exist, but I'm so mad that I can't, like, watch a high quality definition of the show, because that would be such a different experience, and it would be so good, and it would be so great and magical. And I watched an interview that Lynn said that they did make a high quality professional recording of the show, but they will have to wait to release it like a long time, and I'm just dying inside. Meanwhile, it's such a good musical. Like, if you don't know what this is, which I highly doubt, because literally everyone on the planet might know what this is at this point. If you have the internet, you know what Hamilton is. But if you haven't seen or heard the songs, I urge you to. Like, it's great. It's so freaking great. It's just amazing. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and me talking about my newfound obsession, because that's just what I do in life. Not on this channel, what I do in life. I literally blurted out this stuff to Bruna, my friend, here in Portugal when we last met, so it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this with everyone who lets me, okay? Then, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to spread love, and I'll see you in the next video.